Hey everybody, how's it going? It's your best pal from the state of Maine. It's Tim the Maniac Miller. Guys, I'm making this video today for all my fellow Uber and Lyft drivers in the greater Portland, Maine market. And I'm going to say hello to my 11 to 12 YouTube subscribers, and hello to maybe some possible new ones. If you guys are seeing this video for the first time, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It's still up and coming. I started it last year, but I've been lacking for a year or so. But I'm feeling more motivated, and so bear with me, all right? But the reason why I'm making this video is for all my fellow Uber and Lyft drivers of the greater Portland, Maine area, because I wanted to describe the reason why I have been posting about this new app, this new driver app, rideshare app, I should say, that's dedicated to be controlled mainly by us, the drivers. And so you guys in Portland, the reason why you've seen me put up posts about this app is for one reason specifically. That's because of a guy named Torsten Kunert. I may have butchered his last name, but we're just going to call him Torsten. He's the rideshare professor. He's on YouTube, and people like him that are also on YouTube are probably the reasons why I'm sitting in front of this camera right now, because I finally got the balls and the gall to make videos and to contribute to the YouTube community when it comes to rideshare and how we can make it better, and how we can be informative, and how we can come together collectively as a community of drivers in the rideshare industry to make things work, make things go our way so that we can feed ourselves, we can feed our families, so we can pay our bills, and do what we like best. We like driving, we like talking to people, we like communicating and being social. So Torsten, the rideshare professor, guys, is absolutely, hands down, the main reason why I have been promoting this G.O.A.T app. And the reason why it's all about him when I come to you and tell you the reasons why you should join G.O.A.T are because Torsten is the real deal. He, despite myself not meeting him, I have emailed and texted him back and forth, but he's become a mentor of mine, which began about a year ago when, I don't know if some of you older or veteran drivers in the Portland, Maine area remember when last year when Uber had that accident in Tempe, Arizona, where the woman stepped out in front of one of the self-driving cars and was tragically killed. It was right around then when I noticed, I'd say within maybe less than a week, 7 days, that all of a sudden one night, because I was a nighttime driver, I mix it up a little bit now, so I'm a nighttime driver. So did a lot of rides at night into the early morning, right into the airport run. So I was doing a ride one time. I did a back-to-back, kind of somewhat distant rides, and one went from, I believe it was Old Orchard Beach, Maine, and it went all the way down. I can't remember if it went. It was a long trip. It was close to, 10, 15, 20 miles. Within that range. So I had done two back-to-backs, and I noticed a big difference in what they took out. Now, I'd never seen them take out over 50, I think it actually was 60%, 50 to 60%. It was a $19 fare, and they kept 10 of it. Uber kept 10, along with the booking fee. Now, guys, this was well over a year ago, and but I remember it being in the summer, early summer, maybe late spring. But that had never happened to me before, because I used to look over what they would take from me, and never had that happened. So that's when I remember watching Torsten's videos. I had been kind of watching him and a couple of the other guys on YouTube that you guys will see if you venture out there. I'm going to put a link into one of his videos down here just to kind of let you guys see what he's all about. But guys, that's when I started noticing around that time that Uber was just taking what they wanted to take. It would range between 30%, well, yeah, 30 to, I calculated one time up to 63% that they had taken from me at one point, from one fare. Now, it didn't happen all the time, and it still doesn't happen all the time, but it will periodically happen. And if you guys look at your ride history, you'll see it's in the payout section, the breakdown. You'll see where they have taken a percent, too much of a percentage. So that's why you should always check. And don't feel that you can't complain. You're probably not going to get anywhere, but complaining is at least they know, and that you've been on it. That's a whole other subject of its own. But so guys, that's when I first that's when I first came in contact with Torsten, because I had been watching some of his videos, and he'd asked viewers if they were experiencing something similar to myself, or what I experienced, on them taking more of a percentage out of our fares, to go ahead and text him. And so I texted him, and that's where it started. I just felt like, here's a guy who's got all this, he's got a family, he's got all this stuff to do, and he's taken the time to, help me out, and just be a support network sort of kind of person. But he also was able to help me stay positive just by example, just by watching his videos and how he stays positive, and how he believes in mixing things up if something isn't working, to change it. Guys, Torsten is a very smart guy. Okay, he's taken on sued McDonald's and won. But he's friendly. Probably the dude. I mean, I have never met a more. I keep saying met. I feel like I've met the guy, but I haven't. And I hope to one day meet Torsten. I hope to meet you, Professor. But he will go out of his way to talk to anybody. He's the most positive, most positive and most motivated, and just all around really good person is what I get from his videos, and the way that he interacts with everybody on the live feed, as far as people start talking bad about themselves, and he reminds them that that's not a good thing to do. But he does it in such a way that he's not attacking the person. It's genuine care and empathy, and we appreciate that. We appreciate that about you, Professor. So, you guys, taking that with how he became my mentor, and how his videos are just so informative, and how they've changed the way I go about doing rideshare, it's a no-brainer. There's no reason to not get behind this movement of GOAT. GOAT is going to be the greatest of all time drivers. You can see it. I'm pretty sure it's at www.goatrideshare.com. I believe that's the website. And don't forget, you guys, streetteams.com, which I've also posted information about on the Greater Portland, Maine Uber and Lyft drivers Facebook page. Now, guys, greatest of all time drivers, greatest of all time, GOAT. It's our way of taking back what Uber and Lyft have taken from us, and that's our fares and respect really that we've never really even gotten. But they've taken away our pay, and they've done so systematically, just nickel and diming us here and there, just so that they can make up for whatever they do, for activities, or whatever they spend their money on, because they have losses. I'm not going to talk about Lyft, but we'll talk about Uber and how they have in the billions for a loss, $1 billion in losses. How is that possible? How is that possible? And so we're footing the bill, but that's a whole other subject too. You guys, I just want you, because we're coming up on 10 minutes, I want you to check out goat.com, or www.goatrideshare.com, and please check out the Rideshare Professor. I'm going to put a couple of links of his videos, as well as the websites that I was talking about. Remember, streetteams.com, I forgot to finish there, as I've been going off in a tandem. You can tell I'm still doing this. But streetteams.com, you guys, that's a place, just like Twitter, Facebook, any of those social media apps, except it's for rideshare. Right now, it's just in the web page format. It's going to come out as an application for your phones. But just remember www.streetteams.com. Guys, this is Tim the Maniac Miller saying, have a wonderful day. And listen, GOAT is on the way. Please check it out. Like, share, and subscribe. Tim the Maniac Miller. Tim the Maniac Miller saying, have a great day, guys.